Hello everyone, this is the founder of Webleadr, and today I'm going to show you a demonstration on how this application actually works. As a short summary, Webleadr is a platform where you can find web design clients effortlessly anywhere around the world. So for example, let's say you want to fetch dentists from a local area that do not have a website. That is one of the core features, and this application is not only catered to web designers, but also to web developers, SEO specialists, and anything similar basically. So do not get mistaken just by seeing this term, because web designers, this app is not only catered to web designers. So this is the landing page. You can read more information about it, but we are just going to start away with the demo, and therefore we are just going to log in. But the thing is, I'm already authenticated, so I'm just going to switch over to the next tab, which is the Find Businesses page. So if you're starting right away after authenticating yourself for the first time, this is actually your starting point. So from here, you can actually start fetching businesses. Let's say in our example, I want to fetch barber. Let's increase the scan radius, and I want to scan up to 80 businesses with the keyword barber. Not from here, from London, but somewhere else. Let's say somewhere here, northeast from Brussels, like here. So okay, so in this case, I want to scan up to 80 businesses with the keyword barber from this selected area. And it does not really matter whether you're using the singular form or the plural form. The system is actually intelligent enough to know what you are talking about. So how does the keyword actually work? The keyword, what it actually does is it checks for every business from this selected area, and it checks the name, its name, and as well as the type of the business. So if the name has the keyword barber, or if the type of the business itself has the keyword barber available, or something similar like hair salon in this case, or hairdresser, it will fetch that business for you. And so that's actually how it works. And another thing to mention is that, as you can see here, scan up to 80 businesses. It's actually theoretical, so it means a maximum. So for example, in reality, let's say from this selected area, there are only 70 businesses with the keyword barber. What it will actually do, it will deduct your total credits by 70 as well, and it will return you those 70 businesses with the keyword barber as well at the same time. And let's say there are more than 80 businesses with the keyword barber. Let's say, for example, there are 120 of those from the selected area. What it will do is it will just get the most relevant top 80 businesses with the keyword barber. So that's actually how it works. So let's click on get businesses. And sometimes I'm going to use companies instead, the term companies instead of businesses. They're actually both similar. It's actually a synonym. They're actually synonyms to each other. So after clicking on the Get Businesses button, you will be navigated to the dashboard. And as you can see here, it says a total of 58 businesses were found, with 16 of them having no website. And your total credits are deducted by 58 as well. So as you can see here, there are the businesses, companies without websites. And the first column is the name. And as you can see here, the name of the business, but there's also the type of the business mentioned as well. In this case, it's barbershop, hairdresser, barbershop, hair salon, etc. And the second column is the Google search. To the Google search navigation button, if you click on it, it will navigate you to the Google search with the name of the business pre-selected. This can come in handy if you want to make some research about the business, and if you want to, for example, check their social media profile, like for example Instagram, and you want to contact them from there. And the third column is the total reviews. It can come in handy if you want to check whether a certain business or a company has existed for some period of time or not. So for example, let's say this business here has 5 reviews. It is actually an indication to let you know that it's actually a startup or something like that. So the next column is the address. It is self-explanatory, the address of the business. And the last column is the actions. And the first button here is the opening Google Maps. If you click on it, you'll be navigated to the Google Maps with the name of the company pre-selected. Once again, it can come in handy if you want to make some research. The second button is the call business. Just click on it and you will be able to call them right away. And this is actually how it looks like on a mobile device. So it's actually mobile friendly, and you can just click on the green button here and you will just call them right away. So that's actually the mobile version. So back to the desktop version, and let's click on the more information button. Self-explanatory. It shows you more information about the company. Let's say you want to know the working hours because you want to contact them right away. So this is actually pretty nifty. So this is a glance of a list of businesses without websites. And there is also another tab here called Show All. If you just click on it, it will show you a list of all the companies, regardless whether they have a website or not. So the difference here is that they have a button here called website. If you click on it, you will be navigated to the website of the company itself. You can make some research and check if it's beautiful or not. If not, then it might be your opportunity to have a new potential client. And another important thing to mention is that you see here a warning label with a message saying that this business might not have a real website. What does it actually mean? Well, if you click on the website button for this company, it will navigate you to one of the social media profiles, which is not a dedicated website. In this case, it is a Facebook page. So this might be your opportunity as well. You can just contact them and say that they are just using a Facebook page as a so-called website. So perhaps they will need a real dedicated site for their business. So when will this warning label appear? It will appear whether they have not a real dedicated website. For example, they are using an Instagram profile, Facebook page, TikTok, Yelp, what else? Linktree, all those platforms that will make sure that you have some kind of a online presence without a real dedicated website, with a real dedicated domain name that a company might have. So another thing to mention is if a certain company has a Google site using as a real website, a real dedicated website, the warning label will appear as well. The reason why is because the latest update from Google is that they are mentioning that they will abandon the Google site feature. So it is actually coming up real soon. So this might be really nifty to have this warning label appearing for businesses that are actually utilizing Google sites to have a real dedicated website. So that's actually really nice. So that is actually how it is. And another feature is run page speed. If you click on it, what it will do is it will execute the very first 50 non-scored business websites for both mobile and desktop platforms. You can just read here actually for more information on how this works. And let's say you want to only calculate the first 3 or maybe these 3 businesses. You actually want to execute the page speed for the 3 business here. This is perfectly possible as well. It will only execute the page speed for the 3 selected businesses. But if you just select none of them, it will just pick the 50 first 50 non-scored business website. For those who do not understand what page speed is, basically it is the same as actually the same feature as Lighthouse. It will calculate the metric scores called performance, accessibility, best practices, and SEO. So for those who understand how Lighthouse works, will also understand hopefully that page speed is working in a similar manner. So if you click on the submit button, that basically you want to run page speed for the 50 very first 50 non-scored businesses, it will execute the page speed insights in the foreground, and at the same time the whole web page is actually covered in a protected glassy overlay. It is actually a protection layer to prevent you to click on certain links on the web page itself that might abort the whole page speed process. If you really want to abort the whole process, I would just suggest click on the refresh button of your browser, or just close the tab basically. So, but the process will take around 2 minutes to execute. So let's just wait for a bit, and hopefully it will finish the page speed execution. The thing is that we are also trying to revamp the page speed feature, making sure that the process is actually running in the background instead of on the foreground. So basically, to make sure that you can actually still utilize the whole web page, the dashboard page, the whole Webleadr website, while the process is still running in the background. But as you can see here, the page speed insight has been successfully executed. If you click on close, as you can see here, the last column appearing called page speed scores. So the first metric is the performance. So as you can see here, 68% for performance for this website, Downtown Barbershop, 76 for accessibility, a perfect score for best practices, and 77 for SEO. Mind you that these scores is actually displayed on a desktop device for the website for this business. If you want to switch over displaying the scores on how it looks like on a mobile device, you can just click on the toggle right here, and it will just switch over to displaying the scores on a mobile device. So as you can see here, a lot of red colors here, 35 for performance. So this might be your opportunity to revamp their website or just redo a new website from the start actually. There's also an invalid label with a message that the PageSpeed API was not executed successfully. The reason why is because for this business right here, if you click on the website button, it will navigate you to the Facebook page, but you also have to authenticate yourself first. So that's why it cannot really calculate the metric scores for the web page, for the whole Facebook thing, because you have to authenticate yourself first, hence why you have this invalid label. You have also a lot of this invalid label for other social media profiles like Instagram, where you need to authenticate yourself first, and even then, that is useless. It's actually obsolete, because when you recognize a certain business that is using a social media profile as a so-called website, which is not really a dedicated website, it is just write off a potential client for you. Actually, just contact them and just say that they do not have a website according to Webleadr, and just let them know that you can make a website for them. So this is actually how it works, the page speed scores. And another thing, the last thing that I want to mention is there is also a feature called export to CSV. So if you click on it, export to CSV, it will just download a CSV file that you can open in Excel or in a OneDrive in the cloud, and you will see a nice structured list of businesses without website, and also, yeah, also you have actually an Excel or CSV itself. You have two tabs called business without website and also all businesses. So you can switch between two of them. So you can actually see a structured overview of business without website and also all businesses, regardless whether they have a website or not. So that's actually a demonstration of Webleadr. So there will be more features coming in soon. And let's talk about pricing. The pricing is actually €9, including VAT, for 80 credits. And 80 credits, with that, you will basically, it means you can fetch 80 businesses from the world map. So let's say out of the 80 companies, only 30 of them have no website. And let's be a little bit pessimistic that only one business out of the 30 companies that do not have a website that one company is actually going to be your web design client. So, and let's say you actually get $800, 800 euros as an income from that one client. What does that actually mean? Well, you actually deduct €9 from that 800 euros, which is actually a pretty nice deal if you ask me. And that's not the only thing. Let's say 50 of the 80 businesses that do have a website, perhaps some of them have these warning labels, especially barbers, because from my experience, I've seen a lot of barbers that are just using Instagram page instead of a real dedicated website. So this might be a tip for you. So yeah, you can just type dentists in the find businesses page in the keywords field to get dentists. To get barbers as businesses, where you will have a lot of these warning labels, as far as I have experienced before. So let's say there are only 2 of these businesses that do have a website. That is actually using a social media profile, and maybe one of those do actually want a real dedicated website. And let's make a huge a summary that maybe you get in total 1k, basically 1k as an income by spending €9 as a cost for to buy credits in Webleadr. That is actually a pretty nice deal if you ask me. So that's actually that's actually everything about the pricing itself. There's nothing else. You just it's just a one-time payment, no subscription based, just to make it more simple. So that's actually it. That's a demonstration of Webleadr, and thank you for listening, and see you on the next one.